Smoking bans are really hitting home now in California. Now the so-called nanny state may become the first to ban smokers from lighting up in their own condo or apartment. But is this too much nanny state regulation, or is it necessary to save lives? Democratic Assemblyman Mark Levine introducing legislation. He joins me now live from San Francisco. Good morning to you, Mark.
Good morning, Gretchen. Glad to join you this morning.
So why is it important law to be on the books?
Well, if we think about it, when we send our children to school, they go to a smoke-free environment. Most of us work in a smoke-free environment, but where we should feel safest in our own homes, if we share a wall or a ventilation system, if a neighbor lights up, we all smoke with them, and we know how dangerous secondhand smoke is.
So this does not affect standalone homes. But what is
it doesn't at all. About 40 million Americans live in a situation where they're exposed to secondhand smoke in their apartment or condo, and about 50,000 deaths from secondhand smoke nationwide.
So landlords can already ban smoking in rental units. That law was passed last year. Here's some other things that are banned in California: clothing donation drop-off boxes, tanning beds for minors, foie gras, type of fat, of course, in restaurants, entering an animal enclosure at a zoo. Mark, a lot of people say, wow, there's just a ton of regulation. Whatever happened to individual rights?
Sure. I mean, you've mentioned a lot of different laws, and, I've heard the nanny state critique, but would you want your nanny smoking around your children? And I think the answer is no.
But that would be your choice. That would be your choice to not hire a nanny who doesn't smoke or does.
Sure, but we know the dangers of secondhand smoke, and this is the ability to protect people where they should feel safest.
Right.
And so we've gotten calls and emails nationwide from people. We had a woman in New Jersey who called us, and she had to barricade her door with towels so that she wouldn't have the smell of secondhand smoke.
Let me ask you this.
And that's just the
is
smell
medical
that she's
marijuana
really
legal
worried
in
about.
California? Medical marijuana is legal, right?
That's right.
So now will this stop people from smoking their medical marijuana in their homes too?
So we're limiting this ban to tobacco. We're trying to protect people from
people will be
cancer
allowed
and other diseases like emphysema.
People will be allowed to smell marijuana smoke that's medical marijuana, but not tobacco smoke.
Well, this is a bill proposal that's really trying to protect people's health and target the largest contributor.
Well, have you looked at studies that show the dangers of medical or marijuana in general and that smoke too?
Well, you mentioned a lot of different laws earlier, and we're trying to be very focused in how this law applies and protect people where they should feel safest.
Okay. Well, we'll see how this works out, and hopefully then you can work on that law as well, because there are many dangers with the smoke from marijuana as well. Mark Levine, California Assemblyman, introducing this bill. Thanks for your time today.
Gretchen, it's a pleasure. Thank you.
More Fox and Friends.